Hi guys and dolls, how are you? I hope you're well. Okay, so today I am featuring Bobbi Boss. This is called Joelle. And I'm going to tell you a quick story, but I'll tell you, features of it first. Two comes in the front, one come in the back, adjustable straps. I only had to do a little bit of plucking in the part, just a few strands, nothing that big of a deal. Okay. Parting space looks good, but remember the hair is the show, not the part, so don't obsess about the part. Beautiful turquoise strands in the front. So I will tell you this, and you're all going to laugh probably. I didn't like blue hair. It was cool on other people. I didn't like it. And then I saw one unit that I thought, that's not bad. But I'm not going to get into it because I'm not into blue hair. Kept trying to convince myself I'm not into blue hair. Until until I saw this one that has the turquoise. It's only in the sides, which is fine. And I guess I'll show you the back too. But yeah, I saw this one and it was a totally different ball game. But prior to that, I kept telling myself, but I don't like blue hair. I don't like blue hair. I don't like blue hair. Yeah, keep telling yourself and maybe you'll be convinced eventually. You know what I'm saying? So here's the back. So, yeah. Quit laughing. It's not funny. So, it's kind of like me with my tattoos. I said I'm never getting one, and now I have 5. So watch what you say you'll never get, okay? You cannot shift the part because the ends will be uneven. What else? I will tell you that I texturized the hair, part of what I did to take care of it or, get it ready to be worn. I used texturizing shears. Those are the scissors. I don't have them on me at the moment, but if you look, just go to Amazon and put in texturizing shears. You will see those are scissors that on one half of the blade is, on one blade I should say, is teeth. And what it does is I just basically I didn't do a lot in the front, but I took some hair and I just went snip, snip, and then I snipped on the bottom because it had a tremendous amount of bulk. Not necessarily a lot of density, but a lot of bulk. So I removed that with the texturizing shears. I also used the wax strip, and I also had to use a little bit of hairspray. And I will tell you a trick that a young lady showed on YouTube before, which blew my mind because I've never thought to do that. When you have a new unit, you will have hairs all over the place. They don't like to behave. They're going to fly away. It doesn't matter what you do to it. It's going to still have some strands that fly away. She takes a comb, sprays it like a fine-tooth comb, a rat tail comb, sprays it with hairspray, and then goes down the strands like that. I was like, you know what? I'm going to give that a whirl and a twirl. Is what I'm going to do. And it worked well. I don't have very many flyaways right now. There's some here and there's some here. The longer you wear the unit, the lesser, how could I say? The longer you wear it, the more it will calm those strands down so that you don't have hair going everywhere. But yeah, I kept convincing myself I don't like blue hair. I don't like blue hair. Right. And how well did that do for me? Didn't do so good because here I am with blue hair. So, believe it or not, what colors can you wear with this? You can wear opposite of the color wheel. Orange, if you have blue hair. Orange, yellow, any type of gold color. A soft pink looks good with it. Believe it or not. Or a pink period looks good with blue hair, believe it or not. Blue goes with just about everything anyway. Let's see. Obviously the neutral colors, that goes without saying. Green, red. I just wore this shirt today because I was rummaging through my clothes. I found this and I'm like, yeah, that'll work. Why not? Let's see. Yeah. So different colors. Look at I have orange lipstick on, but you could do red, you could do orange, you could do brown, obviously neutral tones, clear lip gloss. Browns are always flattering too. Yeah, so that's the story there. This is Bobbi Boss. The name is Joelle, Joelle. And I'm glad that I was able to tame those flyaways, because that's like obnoxious. And it's, you can see the color since I've got natural lighting. It looks almost really dark whenever you take it out of the package, but then in natural lighting you can see that it's kind of like a, I don't know, like a royal blue with the turquoise in the front. The turquoise in the front was the scene stealer for me. That was the that was the for me. I was like, oh my God, yeah, gorgeous. So yeah, if you want to take some texturizing shears and go ahead and have at it, do not go crazy. Do not go crazy, okay? So if you're doing this side, you know, for this, you take this, you don't take a bulk of hair, a bunch of hair. Just take a little bit and you go clip, clip, and I like to do the very bottom to get that chunkiness out of the hair. And it also gives you more body as well, in addition to removing bulk. So yeah, it's gorgeous. I love it. I changed my tune. I never thought that I would be into blue hair. Well, slap my butt and call me Susie. I guess I am. Yeah. Okay, so I just want to add another tidbit about the video I made yesterday directing men to stop being afraid of women, because that is not being a man. I'm going to tell you something else. I have talked to men who were scared to death because they were burned in previous relationships. I'm scared to be with a woman. I'm scared to be hurt. I'm scared of love. I'm scared to show my real emotions. I'm scared. Okay, let me explain something to men. It's okay to be afraid of something. But one thing that women love is a man who's strong, and a man, she wants a man who can handle himself and protect her. And if you're afraid of your own shadow, and I'm not being mean, I'm just saying, if you're afraid of your own shadow, that means that if you guys are walking down the street and somebody wants to rob you, he's going to be hiding behind you because he's fearful. You got to not do that. You have to not do that. And I'm going to tell you something else. This is kind of a little bit off the cuff. And I wasn't planning to go there. I was just going to talk about the hair. But since I'm here, we might as well talk. There are some things that you could do that will increase your confidence level. And the guy that was, I'm afraid of this, I'm afraid of that. I was burnt before. I had a bad marriage. I'm burnt. I can't, you know, everything scares me. I was completely turned off by him. There's nothing about that makes me go, oh my God, that is so hot. Okay? We want to know that you could slay the dragon for us. I don't give a shit about your wallet, so get that out of your head. I don't care about that. Okay? I do care about if you're mentally stable. Narcissists, I've had narcissists. I've been dealing with them my entire life. I'm done with them. I'm sick and damn tired of narcissists. I want you mentally stable. That is what gets me going. That's what revs my damn engine. And the fact that you're a tough guy, that you, not with me, where you think you're going to dominate me and tell me what I can and cannot do. Because I've had that too, and I've tossed them out the window. If I'm looking for a daddy, I'll look you up. But there's things you can do to increase your confidence. All of us have been burnt in relationships, or we've been on the receiving end of being burnt. So that's not a strong enough reason to be fearful. You just have to not love harder, but love smarter. And there's things that could build your confidence. For example, doing martial arts, learning martial arts. When you work on your physicality and you learn a skill, you walk different. You have more confidence. You're more secure with who you are because you have this newfound knowledge. Okay, working out in the gym, taking jujitsu, taekwondo. My uncle took it. My best friend took it, who is my best friend's uncle. He's also my best friend. He took martial arts also. My uncle actually had a sparring match with Chuck Norris before he became famous. And you know, you live in New York, you're gonna see a star eventually, or meet a couple of people that are stars. That's almost, and I have also. And so before he got famous, my uncle kind of did a sparring match with him and kicked his butt. But he won't be able to kick his butt no more, I can tell you that. But yes, learn a skill, learn a trade. Let's see. Some places like models, they look for volunteer models. Or I modeled in a couple of fashion shows back in the day. It was so much fun. It was really a lot of fun. I don't know if you know somebody who works in show business, or who's a cameraman, or someone who's looking to make a documentary, maybe you can take part in that. If you don't like to be in front of the camera, maybe you could be behind the camera. There's so many things that you could do that will increase your confidence level. Okay? Learning how to swim. Believe it or not, if you're terrified of water and you conquer that fear, that gives you newfound confidence. So you could get confidence in odd ways that you wouldn't think that you could get confidence from that, you know? So it's just a beautiful thing, you know? And I can tell you, and I'm just telling you from experience, black men, or men of color, period, not just black men of color, period, they have no qualms about coming up to anybody, unless he just happens to be extremely shy. I've never met one who's extremely shy. They're usually pretty bold, to the point where they could be inappropriate, like looking you up and down like your steak on a plate, like, damn girl, damn, I don't like that. Don't objectify me. That doesn't turn me on. Okay, knock it off. But men of color have no problem going after somebody, or letting somebody know, hey, I think you're cute, you know, want to go out sometime? They're not shy at all. I worked with a guy who was from the Dominican Republic, and I was his supervisor, and he had the nerve to tell me, if you weren't in uniform, I would kiss you right now. What? That's going to get you in trouble. That's going to get you possibly, you know, sexual harassment, because you don't do that. You don't go from, hi, would you like to have coffee? You skip over that and go straight to, I'm going to kiss you. I would kiss you. No, you are not. Excuse me? You've lost your mind up in here. You must have fell and bumped your head or something. You're suffering from a traumatic brain injury. You better slow your roll, god dang it. HR will get you fired. Your behavior will get you fired. Someone will report you to HR. Just like my friend said, Shaharzad Morgan, she made a comment on this video, the other video, about guys need to stop being so damn fearful. Don't be over the top either. And don't be coming on to people at your work, because that, you know, most companies have a policy against dating your superiors, or you could probably date each other. They wouldn't care. It depends on the company, though. But be careful with dating people at work, because if you guys break up, you got to see them every day. Every single day you have to see them. Do you want to put yourself in that situation? So it's not only awkward for the two of you, but it's awkward for everyone around you, because they know that y'all used to be involved with each other, and then y'all making sarcastic comments to each other, or tell her that I ain't really trying to hear from her today, or it makes it awkward for everybody, you know. My face is itchy. And I didn't even go outside, did I? Yeah, I did, for like a minute. Anyway. So yeah. Don't, like I said, don't go from one extreme to the other. I'm terrified to ask somebody out or talk to her, to, I should kiss you right now. What are you, Fabio? Like, yo, man, chill. Don't go from one extreme to the other. Use some common sense and use some discernment, okay? And practice. If you have a female friend, practice asking women out with her. Pretend that she's someone you're interested in, unless you actually are interested in her. But you can practice with her. And as a woman, she'll tell you, dude, don't say that. That sounds lame. This is what you need to say instead. Now practice that. Okay, and then you practice. You do the verbiage back and forth so you get warmed up to the idea. So that when you actually meet somebody for real, it comes naturally because you've already practiced the words. Okay, so there are ways that you could get past the fear and go for what you know. Go for it. But don't be crazy and be respectful. We want to know, okay, so let's just put it this way. I have a strong personality. I can take care of myself. When you're a woman by yourself and no one really protected you your whole life, you will be aggressive. I don't want to say aggressive. I would say assertive. I have no problem saying, y'all charge me too much on this bill. I'll give you an example. And I ripped into her. Because they were a shady company anyway, and I'm not having it. Your goal is to take all my money, and my goal is to not have you rip me off. So we got problems right out the gate, right? So I end up going off on this girl because the company she worked for was shady. They would charge you a month in advance for service you didn't even get yet. I'm not having that. So if I have my cable out all of next month at that time, if my cable was out all the next month, you got your money already in advance? No, we're not playing that game. So I ripped into her. It was kind of funny because when I left, I remembered I forgot to pay my bill. I was so busy going off on her, I forgot to pay my bill. So I had to go back in there and pay it. How embarrassing is that? But anyway, and one of her coworkers was hiding behind the partition when I was going off. She was hiding behind the partition because when I went back in there to pay the bill, she all of a sudden had popped out and kind of stood there like a deer in the headlights when I walked back in, like, I was being assertive. If a man is assertive, that's a good thing, right? But if a woman is assertive, she's bitchy, or she must be on her monthly, or, which I can't stand that. What is wrong with her? And, all these other negative connotations. But if a man does it, he's being a strong, assertive man, and that's what a man's supposed to do. But a woman's not supposed to do that. Bullshit, and tons of layers of bullshit. When you have no one to protect you, you're going to protect yourself, or you're going to curl up in a ball and let the whole world do whatever they want to do to you. But we still like to know that you will slay the dragon for us. We would like to know that you will slay the dragon for us. So if we're walking down the road and someone's looking shady, you keep your eyes locked into that person and watch everything that they do. Watch their body language, eye contact, lack of eye contact, in case you got to throw some bows. You know what I'm saying? We don't want you to say, oh my God, he's going to get us. And, you rely on us to protect ourselves. I mean, I want you to be the man. Be the man. Protect me. Don't bully me, but bully someone who's trying to bully me. You see what I'm saying? You got to learn when to do that, when it's appropriate, when it's not. You don't do that to your partner. You do that to someone who's trying to hurt you or your partner. Okay? So, you could join, I'm part of a meetup group, you guys know that. You could join that, whatever group that's available that has things that you like. I love kayaking. I love going to movies. I love going out to eat. My favorite food's Italian. What else? They have different groups for different things. So you could find a group that has your interests, one of your favorite interests, and then you could get involved with that group. And that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. Because it'll get you out of your shell. It'll give you more confidence. It'll teach you better social skills, which will work when you're trying to talk to a young lady. Okay? You will learn better social skills. So these are non-quotation marks, traditional ways of coming out of your shell and having a bit more confidence with yourself. You'll be able to communicate better, you know. So yeah, food for thought. You guys take care. Don't drown in my ocean, baby. I want you to see how it flows so well. Like I said, I took all that weight out of there. There's so much weight, and it just flows beautifully. I love it. I love it. I love it. Never say never. Never say never. I swore up and down I would never get a tattoo. I'm not inflicting pain on myself. You can forget it. I have 5. I said I was never going to get a navel piercing. Never. I saw it done on Geraldo a long time ago. And I'm like, oh, hell no. 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 That's not going to happen. No. I got my navel pierced. I eventually let it close. I had it for several years. It eventually started catching on my clothes. And it was just a headache, and it was going to cost me a fortune to not only get it re-pierced, but to get jewelry put in that stays in. It doesn't come out all the time. It's going to cost double the price, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not paying that. What else? Yeah, I had like 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. At one point, at different times, the total piercings was 12, you know, and so you get on a roll. You know, you do it once and you're like, you know, I survived that. That wasn't bad. So now the thing that you swore up and down on 10 stacks of Bibles you were never going to do, you ended up doing. And you have to smile about it because what else can you do? You're like, okay, you got me. I don't know what to say. Anyways, you guys take care. See you next time. Bye.